Hi friends, I wanted to continue the third video for the environmental issues. The ecological sanitation will commence with. So what is ecological sanitation? It is a sustainable system for handling human excreta and using dry composting toilets. This is a very practical, hygienic, efficient and cost-effective solution to dispose human excreta. With this composite method, human excreta can be recycled and can be used as a natural fertilizer. The eco sand toilets are being used in Kerala and Sri Lanka to do this job. So, what are solid waste? The next topic that we have is solid waste refers to everything that goes out in trash or dustbin. The municipal solid waste are waste from homes, offices, stores, schools, hospital, etc. It can comprise of paper, food waste, plastics, glass, metals, rubber, leathers, textiles, etc. Open dump of this waste serve as the breeding ground for rats and flies. So sanitary landfills were adopted as a substitute for open burning dumps. The sanitary landfills wastes are dumped in a depression or trench after compaction and covered with dirt every day. The disadvantages of the sanitary landfills are shortage of space for huge garbage, danger of seepage of chemicals or polluting the groundwater resources. The solution to solid waste are all solid waste are categorized into three types. Nowadays, the garbage collector, the person who collects the garbage is say he wants us to segregate the waste into kitchen waste, dry waste, biodegradable, non-biodegradable. It's a good move, and most of the people are following it. So all the solid waste are categorized into three types: biodegradable, recyclable, non-biodegradable. All the garbage generated is sorted first. Recycled material are separated and sent for recycles. The biodegradable waste can be put into deep pits in the ground and it can be left for natural breakdown. Later it can also be used as compost. Only non-biodegradable wastes are left and it requires to be disposed. So the need to reduce our garbage generation should be a primary goal. Reduction in the use of plastics and use of eco-friendly packaging, carrying cloth or other natural fiber bags when we go for shopping, refusing polythene bags. These are all some of the preventive measures of reducing the solid waste. The case study of remedy for plastic waste was done by Hamad Khan from Bangalore. Polyblend, it's a fine powder of recycled modified plastic, was developed by his company. Polyblend is mixed with bitumen that is used to lay roads, and the roads that was laid with this bitumen having polyblend increase the water repelling property of bitumen and help to increase road life by a factor of 3. The raw material used for the polyblend is a plastic film waste. So you can see the polyblend part of it that was developed by Mr. Hamad Khan from Bangalore. The e-waste are nothing but electronic waste. Today we are using a lot of gadgets, so the irreparable computers and other electronic goods are known as electronic waste or e-waste. E-waste are buried in landfills or it is incinerated. So the metals like copper, iron, silicon, nickel and gold are recovered during the recycling process of e-waste. The manual recycling process exposes the workers to toxic substances present in the e-waste. Recycling is the only solution for the treatment of e-waste. The agrochemicals and their effects. So use of inorganic fertilizers and pesticides, it has increased to enhance the crop production. The pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, etc. are being increasingly used. These are toxic to non-target organisms that are important components of the soil ecosystem. So the increasing the amounts of artificial fertilizers, it causes eutrophication. And one thing you should remember, I was going through a joke of which is the best vegetable or fruit to purchase is one which has worms in it, because you can be rest assured that fruit or the vegetable hasn't been sprayed properly with the insecticide or pesticide, and that is safe for consumption because the worm has survived. Anyway, that is the joke part of it. but the pesticide, herbicide, fungicides that enter into our body through these fruits, vegetables are higher, and even the soil is polluted because of these pesticides, herbicides, and fungicides. So one case study of organic farming was done by Ramesh Chandra Dagar of Sonipet. So integrated organic farming is a cyclical zero waste procedure where waste products produced from one process are cycled and used as nutrients for other process. So the maximum utilization of resource, and it increases the efficiency of production. So Ramesh Chandra included beekeeping, dairy management, water harvesting, composting, and agriculture in a chain of processes which supported each other and allowed for an extremely economical and sustainable venture. And the advantages are there is no need of use of chemical fertilizers for crops. The cattle excreta are used as manure. Crop wastes are used to create compost, which can be used as a natural fertilizer, or it can be used to generate natural gas for energy that is required. So the radioactive waste, how do we dispose of this waste? You know about the half-life period of most of the radioactive materials. They emit radiations before they get reduced to half of the quantity of what they are. So the nuclear energy was initially hailed as a non-polluting way for generating electricity. Later on, the serious problem was realized when there was an accidental leakage which occurred in 3 Mile Island and Chernobyl at Russia. So even recently Fukushima in Japan, where they had this radiation leakage. Safe disposal of radioactive waste. These are all the serious problems. The radiation from radioactive waste, it can cause mutation at very high rate in human beings. High dose of nuclear radiation is lethal, but the lower doses it causes genetic disorders and also causes cancer. How do we dispose of the nuclear waste? The storage of nuclear waste after sufficient pre-treatment should be done in a shielded container which is buried within the rocks about 500-meter deep below the Earth's surface. So the next topic that we are going to discuss about is the greenhouse effect and global warming. The term greenhouse effect has been derived from a phenomenon that occurs in greenhouse. In a greenhouse, the glass panel lets the light in but does not allow heat to escape. Therefore, the greenhouse warms up very much like inside a car that has been parked in the sun for a few hours. The greenhouse effect is a naturally occurring phenomenon that is responsible for heating of Earth's surface and atmosphere. So without greenhouse effect, the average temperature at surface of Earth would have been chilly minus 18 degrees centigrade rather than the present average of 15 degree centigrade. So the clouds and gases, they reflect about 1/4 of the incoming solar radiation and they absorb some of it, but half of the incoming solar radiation it falls on the Earth's surface and heats it up, while a small portion is reflected back. The Earth's surface re-emits heat in the form of infrared radiation, but some part of this does not escape into the space because of the atmospheric gases which forms a blanket like, that is carbon dioxide and methane. So the molecules of these gases, they radiate heat energy, and a major part of it which again comes to Earth's surface, thus heating it up once again. So carbon dioxide and methane are commonly called as greenhouse gases because they are responsible for the greenhouse effect. Increase in the level of greenhouse gases has led to considerable heating of Earth, which has led to global warming or enhanced greenhouse effect. During the past century, the temperature of Earth has increased by 0.6 degree centigrade. The effect of global warming are it can have deleterious changes in the environment and results in climatic changes. Example, El Nino effect, increased melting of polar ice caps as well as of other places like the Himalayan snow caps, rise in the sea level that can submerge many coastal areas. Control of the global warming can be done by reducing the use of fossil fuel, improving efficiency of energy use, reducing the deforestation, promoting afforestation program, slowing down the growth of human population. The international initiative to be taken to reduce emission of greenhouse gases. So that is sufficient for this video. So in the next video we'll be discussing about ozone depletion, afforestation, reforestation, and all those will be discussed in the next video. If you have liked this video and you have learned from it, share it with your friends and also subscribe for this channel. Remember to subscribe for this channel. Thank you.